I have a question, Jyotika. There is this viewer of ours. वो हमें ये बोलते हैं कि आजकल ऐसा हो गया है, स्पेशली आफ्टर कोविड, कि वो अपना कोई उनका लिखने पढ़ने का काम है. He writes a lot and reads a lot, and he needs to read a lot of books also. But he finds his phone very interesting. बीच बीच में फोन उठा लेते हैं, अपना काम करते नहीं है. राइटिंग उनकी सफर करती है, क्योंकि वो जैसे ही कोई थॉट आती है वो फोन उठा लेते हैं. और कई बार ऐसा भी हुआ है कि बीवी से बात कर रहे हैं, बीवी कह रही है मुझे देख रहे हो कि फोन को देख रहे हो, यू नो. सो इनके बच्चे भी उनको देखकर अपना फोन के पीछे पड़े रहते हैं. जब पापा वैसे हैं हो रहे हैं तो बच्चे भी वैसे ही हो रहे हैं. सो व्हाट इज द सोल्यूशन टू ऑल दिस?
To address this question, Shelza, I would like to suggest some of the methods जो हमारे present viewer के लिए and बाकी सब viewers के लिए जो ये इस समय ये podcast सुन रहे हैं. So basically, you can take into account three most important techniques that can help you develop a better understanding and a control with your phone. सबसे पहले तो आपको एक चीजें समझनी जरूरी होगी कि कोई भी एडिक्शन या कोई भी लत, कोई भी हैबिट एक दिन में नहीं बदलती. It takes time to change a habit. Just like, your habit of using your phone and finding it interesting was not also developed in a day. एक दिन में नहीं develop हुआ था. It took time to develop. And you started finding it interesting over a period of time with different kind of content available. So in order to change this habit, you need to first understand that what are the other things that makes you feel more interested and happy in your own self. So to talk about this, I would actually share a very interesting experiment. Some of the psychologists actually did this experiment with a group of dogs.
Okay.
ऐसा माना गया है कि डॉग्स की जो नेचर है वो ह्यूमन बींग्स के साथ बहुत सिमिलर है. लाइक उनसे ह्यूमन बींग्स की नेचर को भी समझा जाता है. So there was two experiments conducted. One of the experiment was in which the dogs were kept in a cage, जहां पर एक boiling water था और एक drug water था. And it was noticed that कि dogs ज्यादा drug water को लेकर attract हो रहे थे. And they were finding
drug water.
Drug water, like drug was like kind of dissolved in water itself.
अच्छा, drugs. Okay.
Drugs. तो ये देखा गया था कि जो डॉग्स थे वो ड्रग वाटर की तरफ ज्यादा अट्रैक्ट हो रहे थे. whenever they would feel thirsty, वो जाते थे और वो ड्रग वाटर पीते थे. They would feel more like high on their own end. लेकिन आफ्टर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम एक दूसरा एक्सपेरिमेंट कंडक्ट किया गया जिसके अंदर एक डॉग्स के लिए एक अच्छा स्पेस क्रिएट किया गया. देयर वाज अ ब्यूटीफुल गार्डन, देयर वर डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स टू प्ले फॉर द डॉग्स, देयर वर अदर काइंड ऑफ डॉग्स हु वर आल्सो अवेलेबल इन दैट सिनेरियो. एक डॉग अकेला नहीं था, डॉग के पास बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज थी करने के लिए, बहुत सारे डिस्ट्रैक्शंस थे, बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें थी which was making the dog more interested. And still two type of waters were kept, boiling water भी और drug water भी. And तभी notice किया गया कि the dog was going more on the boiling water than the drug water.
Wow,
and
boiling water.
Yes, and this is how the human mind works. इंसान के साथ भी ऐसा ही होता है. When you are into a space where you are bored, you are lonely, you are anxious, you are depressed, or you are dealing with some kind of mental health disturbances or problems in your life, you start focusing more on your phone. You start finding content and happiness in your phone. Like पहले के जमाने में भी तो ऐसा होता था ना कि फोन था, like it was like a toolbox, used for calling, used for different purposes. लेकिन तब तो लोग नहीं एडिक्ट होते थे फोन को लेकर. अभी क्यों एडिक्ट होते हैं फोन को लेकर? इसके पीछे का भी एक रीजन है. Because somewhere or the other, the people who are working in the field of social media, the people who are working in the industry where they have designed such products, उन्होंने एक road map create कर रखा है कि the moment you come on a phone, they will put forward 10 different type of things. जैसे आप इंस्टाग्राम के ऊपर अगर अपने बच्चे की पढ़ाई को लेकर रील्स देखते हैं तो इंस्टाग्राम आपको उसी टाइप की रील्स को ज्यादा सजेस्ट करता है.
आपको वैसे ही दे देता है. Yeah, right.
So, it kind of reads your interest and then put forward those things that makes you spend more and more time on the phone itself so that you don't go away from phone.
It's kind of baiting you every time. It gives you a bait like a fish, and you catch that bait, right?
Yes, that's right. So to overcome such things, सबसे पहले हमें ये figure out करना जरूरी है कि what are the other interest areas or activities that you probably enjoy or find interesting doing. हो सकता है when you have been spending more time on phone, you might have not been connected with those activities. They can be as simple as going for a walk. They can be as simple as, maybe drawing a painting, or maybe just like listening to some good songs, or maybe, just talking to a friend. There can be many such activities जो आपको करनी बहुत अच्छी लग सकती हैं जिसमें फोन का कोई यूटिलाइजेशन नहीं, राइट? सो सबसे पहले ये आइडेंटिफाई करना जरूरी है कि वो कौन सी ऐसी एक्टिविटीज हैं. स्टेप नंबर 2 इज टू लिमिट योर मोबाइल यूसेज. लाइक आई एम सेइंग कि आप फोन यूज ही मत कीजिए, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली आज की डेट में बहुत सारी चीजें फोन पे इंटरलिंक्ड और डिपेंडेंट है. हम चाहें या हम ना चाहें, वी हैव टू यूज फोन एट डिफरेंट टाइम्स इन द डे. So just try to limit your screen time. Try to manage it with specific times in the day. For example, this is my time जब मैं phone वगैरह check करूँगा, notifications check करूँगा, and that time will not be the time that I'm having my lunch, breakfast, dinner, or any time before bed, or any time in the morning, or whenever I'm with my friends or family. It has to be a time when you are just doing that work as a sake of doing the work, and then you're back to your normal life.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, yeah, so you've given us 2 steps in dealing with this kind of a constant phone par rehna. So, what is the first step?
The first step is to replace your phone time with other interesting activities that help you develop the feeling of contentment or happiness within your own self. So basically, you are trying to create the space of happiness within yourself rather than outside. And the step number 2 is where you are limiting your screen time with some screen management features, which are there in most of the phones, or by developing a more consistent and disciplined schedule on your part.
Wow, that's great. And you can, I think, also do one thing, that involve your family members, tell them to, get you off the phone, or probably talk to you when they see you on the phone, or, help you to get more interested in their lives, isn't it?
Definitely, this can be done. And on one part, I would also like to suggest our audience, if your family members are trying to tell you or trying to talk to you, and while you are more interested in phone, sometimes it might be making you annoyed or angry, where you might find phone more interesting over them. In those scenarios, just remind yourself that just like phone is important, your family members are even more important than your phone.
Absolutely. Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you. So, guys, family members are more important than the phone. Remember that.